In September 2000, two men from a small California company flew to Texas to make an offer. They wanted 45 minutes with the biggest video rental chain on earth. They were offering to sell their whole company and asked Blockbuster to fund its future instead. That company was Netflix. Both sides agree the meeting happened. They do not agree on almost anything else. One version has an executive laughing them out of the room. The other says there was nothing to laugh at. Whatever happened in that room, only one side of it is still in business the way it used to be. This is not really a story about one bad meeting. Start with what Blockbuster actually built. 9,094 stores in almost every country that still rented videos at all. 84,300 people worked behind those counters. It employed close to as many people as some small countries have in their armies. Walk into any one of them on a Friday night, and the transaction looked the same everywhere. You paid to rent a movie for 5 days. And Blockbuster had already worked out how the same transaction could make money twice. Late fees. By one widely cited estimate, they brought in about $800 million in the year 2000 alone. Something like 16% of the entire company's revenue, from a mistake customers kept making.
That's 6 days late. It's yours now.
Keep a movie late enough, and the fee quietly turned into the full price of the tape. State regulators eventually called the policy what it looked like. In 2005, Blockbuster paid $630,000 to settle claims from 47 states that its own no late fees ads were misleading. A separate lawsuit over the older fees had already been settled a few years earlier in coupons instead of cash. A judge approved a settlement worth an estimated $450 million in free rental certificates. The company that overcharged you for being late got to pay you back in more of the thing that made it money in the first place. So picture the room again, with that machine still running at full speed. Two Netflix co-founders sat across the table from Blockbuster's chief executive, John Antioco.
Buy us, and we'll build Blockbuster's website.
Netflix, at the time, had about 300,000 subscribers. It had already burned through more than $50 million getting there. Antioco disputes that this was ever a serious negotiation.
There were no serious talks about buying them.
Netflix's own co-founder remembers a room that laughed them out the door. Neither side disputes what happened next. Blockbuster kept its 9,000 stores. Netflix kept mailing DVDs. By 2004, DVD by mail was no longer just Netflix's idea. Blockbuster decided to become one too. Chief Executive John Antioco launched a DVD by mail service of Blockbuster's own called Total Access. The launch and the marketing behind it were estimated to cost around $200 million. At the same time, Blockbuster killed the thing that had built the company, the late fee.
The right thing for the business.
Wall Street did not see it that way. The stock fell and kept falling. An activist investor had been watching the spending, and he did not like what he saw. Carl Icahn had bought a stake in Blockbuster back in 2004.
Total Access is bleeding this company.
He also argued Antioco's pay made no sense for a company carrying that much debt. In 2007, Icahn's campaign forced Antioco out as chief executive. The man who had sat across from Netflix in Dallas was gone before the bill for that decade came due. 9 days after Antioco's exit, something else happened on the other side of this story. Netflix switched on a feature called Watch Now. It started as about 1% of Netflix's library, streamed straight to a computer, no envelope required. Blockbuster had just spent 3 years and $200 million trying to outmail a company that was about to stop mailing anything at all. On September 23, 2010, Blockbuster filed for Chapter 11 bankruptcy. It carried more than $900 million of debt it could no longer service. 10 years after turning down $50 million, Blockbuster owed 18 times that just to its own lenders. In April 2011, what was left of Blockbuster went to a bankruptcy auction. Dish Network won it for about $320 million. A satellite TV company now owned what used to be the biggest video rental chain in the world. Dish kept a few hundred stores open and closed the rest. By 2013, that number had fallen to around 300. In January 2014, Dish closed the last of the corporate-owned stores for good. About 50 franchise stores were independently owned and did not have to close with the rest. One by one, they did anyway. In Bend, Oregon, a store manager named Sandy Harding kept hers open. By 2018, It was the last Blockbuster left in the United States. By March 2019, after the last 2 stores in Alaska closed, it was the last Blockbuster on Earth.
People come here to remember what it was like.
The famous version of this story is a punchline: 1 laugh, 1 bad call, 1 company dead. The real version took 10 years, 3 lawsuits, 1 activist investor, and a war Blockbuster didn't lose so much as stop showing up for. The $50 million offer was never really the mistake. It was just the first moment anyone could have noticed what was coming. In 2023 alone, Netflix reported $33.7 billion in revenue. 260 million people paid for it worldwide in that single year. Somewhere, there is a version of that balance sheet where none of that money is Netflix's alone. 1 store, in 1 small city in Oregon, is the only one left standing.